It's 6 months in to 2024. Do you know what that means? That means it's time for me to show you everything that I've made / crocheted in this first half of the year. Everything from January to June. So I'm going to be showing you these in chronological order from the first thing I made to the most recent. And that's where you will have a question that I'm going to answer right now. Why some months I made the bulk of the pieces I'm going to be showing you, and other months I didn't make anything at all, so oh well. So the first thing I made this year was this top. It's called the Meshy Tank Top by, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Crochet. This is her Instagram. The link is in her bio, and the pattern is $5.50 on Ko-fi, or Ko-fi, however you say it. It's made to size, so you can make it to fit all of your own measurements. I love this little tie in the front too. It is so cute. I decided to use this purple cotton yarn that I got from Joann Fabrics, and I love the feeling of it. I love this back. It doesn't make it too hot. It's very, very, very comfortable. It's one of the most comfortable shirts that I have ever crocheted. I don't remember exactly how long it took. It took like 2 days, maybe? Like 3 max. I don't exactly remember, but it did not take long at all. Like, I made it so quickly. Yeah, I love it. It's the cutest little top. So yeah, that's the first thing I made. So the next thing I made was this star sweater. It was completely freehanded, so I made it on myself. If you know the basics of a sweater, then you could easily make something like this. I saw this color scheme on Pinterest, and I really, really wanted to recreate the sweater, except for I wanted to make it more bulky and warm for winter. So that's exactly what I did. It's very oversized, which I love. And I love the colors that I chose and the yarn in general, just how it changes the colors throughout. There are 2 things, unfortunately, that I would change. I made the star a little bit too high up. I was thinking the point would end like right about there, but I miscalculated, and it's fine, it's fine. And then the sleeves are a little bit short on it, unfortunately. I ran out of yarn twice while I made this. Plus, I've never blocked this, so I bet if I blocked it, they would be a little bit longer. But yeah, I love this sweater so much. It's one of my favorites. It's very good for winter because it's so thick. This thing is thick. Like, it took me a few weeks. I started it in 2023 at the end of it, and I didn't finish till the beginning of 2024. I love this sweater so much, and I had the idea of it in my mind for literally like 2 years, and I just never did it. I had the yarn and I had the idea, I just didn't make it for a really, really long time. Specifically because I originally wanted to knit this piece. I've tried knitting and I can't. I really tried. So this next piece is one of my all-time favorite pieces, literally ever. It is this granny square sweater that I made. I found the inspiration from this creator right here. This is her Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm unsure if she's the original creator of this piece. I didn't follow any sort of instructions. I kind of just took a screenshot of a video that I saw her wearing one and freehanded it from there. 12 granny squares, and then the sleeves are just rows of granny stitches up to some ribbing for the cuffs, and that's literally it. Like, it's just a bunch of granny squares. So it was super, super, super easy. The last thing I made in January were these earmuffs, and they're very pretty in these videos, but in real life, they're a little bit of a fail. A lot of bit of a fail. Bruh. They kind of fall apart. Like, I don't know, these have like loops coming out. I did a lot of things wrong with these. I didn't use the right kind of headbands. I didn't use the right kind of yarn. I overfilled these ones so they're like super heavy. It's sad because they were really cute for like 5 minutes and then they fell apart. sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that's okay. So February was one of those months that I was just not in the mood to crochet anything. I did make this Bando top. It's cute. It's not the best thing I've ever made. It's not the worst. There are a few things wrong with it. It's a little big. I really wanted it to be something I could put over my head and not have to tie in the back. It's a little slouchy because it's a little tiny bit too big, and that month I just really was not feeling it, so that's the only thing I made, unfortunately. The only things that I made in March were these two dragons from How to Train Your Dragon. The pattern is from Red Mills Crochet on Instagram, and I don't remember how much it was, but you can see on her Etsy. I made them for my boyfriend for our 4-year anniversary. He loved them very much. These were very fun to make. I'm not the most into making amigurumi, which is stuffed animals in the crochet world, but it was pretty fun. The only thing that I will say is in the pattern, she says the amount of yarn that you use is around a skein. I would go up, so if you're buying one skein, just go ahead and buy 2 because it uses just barely more than the skeins that I had, so I had to use a different yarn. If you can see, like on this one, this is a different yarn than this. It blends in very good, but it's still a different yarn. And same thing for on the white one. The only part that's different is right here. But still, I didn't have enough to make 1 dragon per skein, so if you don't have a little extra already, just buy 2 and you won't have that problem. It took me a few weeks just because there's so many little parts to put together. Other than that, it was really fun to make these, and I'm very happy with them. They're very cute. Look at how cute they are. They sit on my couch together. Here's a picture of how I usually set them up, and I get to wrap their tails around each other like they're in love. They're holding tails. So this next month, I made so much stuff. It's kind of insane. I made all of these cat beanies, and I made a ton of normal beanies as well. I made them with the intention of going to a market and selling them. I only sold 1, unfortunately, but it's okay. The next thing I made was this scrunched top. I love this one so much. I had the vision of it because I kept seeing these on Pinterest, but all of these are knit. So I wanted it to look like knit kind of, but be crochet, and I think I did a pretty good job. I did the rows vertically instead of horizontally like you would usually do for something like this, but because I wanted it to do the knit kind of thing, I did them this way, and I think it looks great. I think the yarn that I used is very, very beautiful. I got it from Hobby Lobby, I believe, and it's just an acrylic, but it's pretty soft and very, very colorful. And then I added the border of the straps and a border around the bottom. The only thing that I would do differently, and I might fix this at some point, just not right now, is make this strap just a little bit less tight. It definitely does what it's supposed to, but it's just a bit too tight where it kind of hurts my armpits, so I'm gonna have to fix that eventually. But other than that, that's the only thing that I don't like about this shirt. Everything else, I'm literally in love and I wear it all the time. The last thing I made this month was this cute little water bottle holder. Here are some pictures of it as well with the water bottle inside. I love this. It's very cute. I just freehanded it. I made it a few rows too big and I didn't weave in my ends good. I was in a rush when I made this, and so I'm gonna have to take it apart, unfortunately, and redo it. I'm gonna try and make it exactly how I made it before. I also made this month a bunch of tags for the beanies that I sold. It's pretty much just little cards that I cut out, every individual one, curved all the edges. This is my tag stamped. It has my little Instagram YouTube and TikTok logos at the bottom so that they can know to look me up. So it's kind of like a business card at the same time. And on the back it has little care instructions for how to wash them. It took me a really long time to make so many tags. So next time I'm going to make them with the things that I'm selling instead of making all of them at once in bulk, because that was so annoying. But other than that, it was fun to make the tags. In May, I didn't unfortunately crochet anything. This was again one of those months that I was just not in the mood to crochet, but I did create a few things. I made some jewelry. I made this necklace right here. It was pretty much, I saw all of these on Pinterest and I was just like, I want to make this so bad. Unfortunately, I don't have gold, just normal wire that looks gold but isn't gold, if that makes sense. So they will tarnish, unfortunately. One day, it's my hope and dream to get enough money to save up so I can get some thick gold wire and make this out of real gold. I just love the like organic and colorful look to this, and it's so shiny and pretty in the sunlight. It's like, it sparkles. These waist beads I made because it makes me feel so pretty when I wear them. I don't know why, but I just feel like a little fairy princess with cute little jewels all over. And I mean, I decorate the rest of my body, why not my belly? I made these a few weeks ago before I went to the lake because I wanted to have them for the lake, and yeah, they have lasted so far. For this last part of the video, it is the last day of June, and unfortunately for this month I didn't complete any projects, but I did start a few, so I can show you those. The reason I couldn't complete anything mainly was because of this little butthole. I gained a new friend this month. But it has been quite a lot of taking care of him instead of crocheting, so that would be part of the reason I haven't finished anything this month. The first thing I started on, and I am going to make a video about this, so stay tuned for that, is a skirt. This is just the first part of it. I am going to make 3 panels of it. It was mainly because I saw these skirts and I really loved the look of the like flowy panels on these skirts, so I wanted to recreate this but a little bit differently. I kind of just am freehanding it at the moment, but it's going really good. I'm really liking it. I'm really liking the yarn that I'm using for it. And again, if you want to see more about this project, I will be making a video about it, so stay tuned for that. And for the last thing that I am working on for this month, this beach bag. I was planning on having a beach trip next month, but unfortunately we cannot go like I originally planned when I started making this, but I figured I might as well just make it and have it for when I do go to the beach. Maybe probably next year, honestly, at this point. The inspiration for this beach bag was from the Stitch of Sage, or Sage of Stitch. I'll put their information here. She does have a pattern, but I kind of just, again, wanted to freehand something that kind of looks similar. She uses single crochet. I'm using double crochet for mine because I'm lazy. I had to restart this bag a few times, unfortunately, because I kept making it too big. I don't know why, but I just kept making it too big. So yeah, that is everything that I have made in the first 6 months of this year. Things that I want to make in the next 6 months. I want to do more shirts. I've been loving the shirts this year. I don't know why, but I want to make more. I want to make some things for my cat. Yeah, I don't really know, honestly. I have a list, but that could be a whole separate video if you want it to be, of things that I want to make that are on my list and the inspiration for those. So if you want to see that, let me know. And yeah, thank you for watching this video and for listening to me yap about all of my creative things that I've made this year. At the moment, I'm feeling really good and feeling really inspired and have a lot of things that I want to create. So hopefully that sticks for the next month. And yeah, so again, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.